Good morning everyone, and what a beautiful morning it is here in the northwest of England again. And I woke up in a very good mood this morning, and I think one of the reasons I woke up in a good mood is because I expected to wake up in a good mood. There are reasons for that. I've always been a morning person. I've never been a late night. I've never been a night owl. I've always been a fairly go to bed when you're tired, get up, and I get up as soon as I open my eyes. I don't give myself time to just lie in bed. I get up. It's just like a reflex action. And I always seem to get up with a fairly clear mind. You know all those times when you've got something on your mind and it's really bugging you, a real worry, something that does kind of really get to you, and you go to bed thinking about it, and it's the last thing you think about at night, and then it's the first thing you think about in the morning when you wake up. That happens to me as well, but being like an old fogey in retirement, there's not too many shocks. You know, I've got things like when the car needs its MOT, when I have to go to hospital, when there's bills to pay that my pension won't cover, and that's about as drastic as it gets. I don't really have any family worries anymore because my kids are grown up and are independent and sort their own problems out. But I also don't give myself time to worry in the morning. I jump out of bed straight away, and I just have this feeling in the morning. I jump up and open the blinds in the bedroom and go and do whatever I've got to do in the bathroom, and then I go downstairs, and I've got this weird thing about going downstairs. I love walking downstairs into the quiet of a house in the morning with the curtains closed so you can open the curtains. It's kind of I think it goes, I thought about this, I think it goes back to my childhood when I used to stay at my uncle's, and I used to love staying with my uncle. He was a wonderful, wonderful man, and so was my auntie. And we used to come down, and they had this really nice warm house with the carpets always seemed to be lush and soft, and there was always just the perfect temperature, and it was silent. And that's what I like now. I come downstairs in the morning and it's quiet, and it's this new day. I come downstairs and I open the curtains, and it's like I'm coming down to a new experience, a new day with like new beginnings and new possibilities. And I go and I open the kitchen, I open the blinds, and then I walk through the house into the kitchen, and I put the coffee on, and I put the radio on, and there's like just chatter in the background that I'm not really listening to, and the coffee machine grinding away at the beans. And then I just stand there drinking my coffee, leaning against the worktop and looking out of the window, and the morning sun's coming in. And this is what I do every morning. And it's just this nice experience, and I just put it down to it being the beginning of a new day, the beginning of possibilities. If I can have cleared my mind of anything that was playing me up the previous day, then it's a new day and it's new possibilities, and I've brought up with a clear mind that I can address any problems I've got from yesterday because I haven't had all day to think about them. I can now address those and prioritise problems, and I always think I have a better chance of sorting things out if I address them in the early morning when everything is fresh and new and open to possibilities, and new sunlight in a warm house that's been quiet for hours and nothing has moved. I do realise and I do understand that this feeling for a lot of people doesn't go away and follows them throughout the day, and that's a challenge for people, and it's a challenge for more and more people all the time, because I think more and more people are suffering like that. More and more people are just carrying around depression and bad vibes and worry. And I don't think a lot of the time this is down to the individual. I think a lot of the time this is just down to how society is, how the media is, how the expectations are, how the lack of good feelings, good news, good sentiments to each other as a human race. And why can't we be a bit better than that? Everything is confrontation, isn't it? Oh, Molly, are you limping a little bit? All right, we'll put you in your pram in a minute. So where is all the good news? I remember when news programmes on the television ages ago, they always traditionally ended with a nice story just to put a smile on your face. Does anybody remember that? That's when you always had the kitten being rescued from the tree. Or the pensioners' day out at the seaside, or something like that. There was always good news, and then that fell out of favour because I think it was seen as trivia. And I think the news people nowadays feel that it's only news if it's bad news. There's no good fiscal news either, is there? Everything's going up except your income. It's almost as if we're being programmed to not expect the costs of eating your house and feeding your family. Don't expect it to get any easier. It's almost as if we are being programmed to just accept bad news, to accept bad circumstances. Am I a conspiracy theorist? I don't think I am. I think that's how it is. So a bit of good news and a bit of cash in your pocket will always make you feel optimistic, won't it? And that's why it is so important to start your day with a spring in your step. Like I say, I can only speak for me, and I'm lucky in that I have that capacity to feel good in the morning. I think it's something you can kind of help achieve, I don't know, just by doing things that relax you. We've got to take time out in our busy day for ourselves. Make time to be good to yourself. Make time to relax if you possibly can. Just to clear your mind. Because all this rubbish that's coming in doesn't go away, does it? It sits there and ferments and broods and breeds and multiplies. And then you're ill, and then you're at the doctor, and then you're at the therapist, which wasn't a thing in this country. But now I have actually got people I know, I've got friends that tell me they're going for therapy. I'm going for therapy. I'm going for therapy every single day. Rain or shine, wind or stillness, blue skies or clouds. I'm going for therapy, and this is my therapy, and I'm actually very, very sincere about that. This isn't a glib throwaway comment, and I think a lot of people, a lot of you out there know that that's how I feel. This is my therapy. This is how I start the day. And after this, things don't look quite as bad. I've got a little bit of exercise. I've got lots and lots of fresh air into my lungs. I can't hear anything except the bird song. Nothing can encroach. Nobody can come and give me bad news. Nobody can come here and tell me that they're going to charge me more for this and that and the other. Nobody can come here and tell me about how people are bombing each other all over the world. It's just me and Molly and nature, and it's wonderful and it's free, and people should take more advantage of it. I'm actually getting used to the sound of Molly's pram now as well, so that doesn't kind of encroach on it anymore, because I think it's just become part of the norm. It's our routine. Me and Molly and her Molly's pram. So when you get out of bed, don't waste time. Get up, go downstairs, make a cup of tea, make a cup of coffee, have a drink of water, whatever your routine. Move about, get moving about, keep moving about. Start your day in a positive mood. Get out in the countryside for 10 minutes if you can. You probably can't because you'll be going to work. But at least try to spend a couple of minutes just looking out the window. Just taking a minute as you drink your coffee. Don't run around. Just take that minute just to chill a little bit. Try and keep yourself as fit as you can so that you're ambulant in older age. Because there's nothing worse, I don't think. I look round and I see people and they'll say, oh yeah, he's like an old man, he's in his early or mid-60s. And God, I hope I don't look like that. Keep yourself young, keep yourself moving, because we work all our lives, and at least when we can retire, and retiring is getting later and later and more difficult all the time, but if you can just have a few years, because retirement is fantastic. It's that time you've worked for it, you've worked all your life, you've raised kids, you've raised a family, you've made money for somebody else, you've made money for yourself. And then you retire, and then you can come out here, and it's fantastic. And I'm loving it, and so is Molly. And we shall see you on the flip. Peace and love.